top 64/48. We're going to 48 today.
Yeah.
We're getting our first set here, Ensemble versus Mikerowave. I commentated one of Mikerowave sets earlier. Mikerowave got upset early on. Not early, but early-ish, in pools still.
Okay, yeah.
And Ensemble lost to Crows, the Mega Man, which I don't believe was an upset. But this is going to be a sortie duel for the ages. This is Lucina versus Aegis. Kind of like the staple sortie of the game, and then the new staple sortie of the game. This is definitely kind of, character-wise, a very old guard, new guard match, which is going to be very exciting to see if, you know, Ensemble can kind of hold off the oppressiveness of Mythra and the kill power of Pyra. Kind of like fighting Roy in a sense, so maybe it'll be somewhat familiar to Ensemble. This should be a button test.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm like,
yeah, I believe this is a button test.
I wonder if they both just, like, picked random and was like, okay, let's just button check with, like, random.
Right. Okay, yeah.
I'm just
Either it's a button check or they're both, you know, whiffing to the nth degree. It is game one. Welcome to game one of Ensemble versus Mikerowave. I'm Mr. Myson. They're playing Min Min Joker. Why are they doing this? Maybe Ensemble went Min Min first and then Mikerowave counterpicked because that matchup's pretty bad for Aegis.
I see.
That puts a new spin on this entire set. I'm a Min Min main, so I'm quite qualified to talk about her. We got the Dragon Arm gone now that you've been grabbed by Joker. Missing a tech or getting grabbed is actually the ways that Min Min can lose Dragon Arm. There's a lot of misinformation about elemental damage. That's not true. But now with 96%, I think a lot of people think this matchup is really, really bad for Min Min because of just the MK Leo effect of this is the character he goes against Min Min, against Dabuz in particular. But I think it's closer to even. It's definitely very volatile in the sense where it's like Min Min can stuff out Joker if she really wants to. His projectiles are not a threat to him. That being said, though, Min Min struggles off stage a lot because of gun. Down gun is a killer for your recovery. If you sneeze on her, she just can't go nearly as far anymore. And we see Ensemble going ahead and actually taking the first stock here in this game one.
Yeah, and with a lead right now, Ensemble kind of like putting a spin on it because Mikerowave, we saw so much damage that he had, you know, racked up and saved pretty much and didn't have exactly that kill power. Nonetheless, Arsene to finish off the kill. And however, you know, Ensemble gonna try to hang on to this first stock still with all the rage building up too, especially with these arms coming in clutch. This is a lot of ample that, you know, Ensemble is building right now, and it's looking really good in his positioning here, trying to keep Mikerowave into the corner here, not able to get the Dragon Arm out there just in time. It's a little unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a really good play from Mikerowave to just stay on the ground and tech as soon as the arm went over you. Because Min Min in that situation is trying to cover as many tech options as possible. If you roll in, you die. If you roll out, you die. If you get up attack, you're dead. So by doing that, that was like the one option that Mikerowave could have done to not die there, and he did it. It really showcases, you know, some matchup knowledge as to where you're not falling for things like that. Here we go now, center stage, returning to neutral, or a semblance of it. Mikerowave at 132, Ensemble on a fresh stock, being whittled down by the AHA, and that F-tilt with the megawatt near ledge is going to take Mikerowave's second stock. I believe if Mikerowave loses this game, we're going to see the Aegis come back out. I don't know how much faith Mikerowave has in it. I definitely know, even though people think it's horrible for Aegis, it's through the lens of like a top 5 character. So in real terms, it's probably not that bad, and I think it is possible. At a certain point, though, especially against Min Min, you just kind of need to go your best character. If you're not playing DDD, if you're not playing Ganondorf, at a certain point, you are better off just going who you are best at. And I think that might apply to Mikerowave if he ends up losing this game one.
Yeah, I mean, we will find out. Arsene is out to play, and such an early percentage, too, in this stock, so hopefully it will be able to really help Mikerowave out here to secure this second stock off of Ensemble, and there it is, especially with the deep dive there, only taking 36%. It's a really good position for Mikerowave here. However, the most crucial part of it is being able to hang on to the stock and being able to work more here, so we do see a little bit of 25% build-up on Ensemble. Again, just not exactly adding up to, you know, the damage that Mikerowave has taken on, but he's looking to hopefully come back from this.
Ensemble was playing very dangerous near the ledge there, burning double jump, when honestly you didn't have to. Mikerowave wasn't able to quite take advantage of it, and now we're returning, getting a good grab. Min Min's grab is extremely good, but it's slow. So you really have to like be on point with what your reads and your call-outs. And we've seen Ensemble get a few of those. Wow, the shield pressure. I mean, you've seen a dash dance, but have you seen a shield dance?
That's a
because
shield flash.
Yeah, that's what that was. There you go. Arsene back air and Megawatt Nair trading. Ensemble is going to go ahead and take game one. That was actually pretty close. I would not be surprised if Mikerowave went still Joker, but I honestly do think you should just go your best character. At the very least, see how it is. It is best of 5. Losers round 1 of top 64, though. You do not have the safety net of losers bracket, though. If you lose this, you are out. And if you're Mikerowave, you don't want to lose to Min-Mins. Like, your main's like one matchup where people counterpick all the time.
I don't think anyone wants to lose to Min-Min, honestly.
You know, the guy I just beat probably didn't either, but that didn't stop me. Here we are. I mean, Min-Min is a character that's really been in the meta recently, but like from one source. It really is just Doramigi. I draw a lot of comparisons to Spargo with Cloud. A lot of people are like, Spargo is the only Cloud who can do it. He's so good making this bad character look nice.
I mean, MKLeo recently had played Cloud actually and won with Cloud too.
He's getting those voices are getting proven wrong. I'm a Cloud believer personally.
Yeah.
But when Doramigi does the exact same thing, he's the only Min-Min in the entire top 50 of the ranking season, other than Debuzz's Tertiary, which wasn't used to win on any notable runs. People are like, oh, but he's carried, or the character is carrying him. Whereas when it was Spargo, only Cloud in the top 50, he was carrying the character. There's kind of a double standard there, especially with Min-Min in particular, just because people don't like her and don't like playing her. But I think she's a very interesting character when played in the new Doramigi revolutionary style of being aggressive and going and getting them. Now, is it fun to fight? That's, you know,
debatable.
Subjective. Your idea of fun is subjective.
Yeah.
I would say that certainly the majority of this game's player base does not find Min-Min fun to fight, but I think she is extremely interesting. We're seeing Wolf. I officially have no idea what's happening anymore.
I don't either,
you won.
But I kind of like seeing the Wolf change out, though. I mean, again, it's just because personal preference.
The viewership will go back up, that's for sure. Here we go, though. I'm questioning it. In the sense where it's like you won game 1, maybe you thought that Mikerowave was catching on, maybe, and an evil man would do this. I'm not suggesting this is what's happening, but Wolf is said to do well into Joker. Maybe you are picking bad matchups for whoever your opponent is going in an attempt to 3-0 them before they can adapt.
You know, game is game sometimes, and you just gotta respect it.
Not saying that's what happened. Ensemble, your lawyers cannot come after me legally, but... Goes for the Nair, tries to get a roll read F smash. The percents are even right now. Right now, Mikerowave trying to find an opening here. I think Wolf does pretty well into Joker and Aegis too. So honestly, if you had this, I wonder about the Min-Min start. And I know Ensemble for Lucina primarily, so this is kind of like... You've got the two Fundies characters of Lucina, Wolf, maybe the two most Fundies characters in the game. And then Min-Min's kind of there. Like, who invited bro? But we're going to find out as Ensemble hits that up smash, taking an early lead once again. This would be an upset if this happened. Ensemble, the Iowa native, the 32nd seed compared to Mikerowave's North Carolina 18th seed. So if this happened here and Mikerowave was eliminated from the tournament in top 64, not even top 48, it would be a big deal.
Yeah, it's... I would like to... maybe like imagine like Ensemble's like thought process to it is maybe that it was like just too close to call it, that maybe he just feels more comfortable just kind of being more rest assured and confident in a matchup that's like assured, I guess.
Also very possible.
Yeah, and also because that it was close quarters, maybe he just does not want to bring that again to that kind of scenario. However, Mikerowave is not really fazed by it. We're still seeing like an even ground kind of situation, and even with the 55%, I feel like Arsene makes up for that, and that's exactly what Mikerowave is planning to do here, and already making the most of the very bit left of Arsene, which is really nice to match up with the percentages as even as possible.
Ensemble is also up a game, which means you don't lose 3 and then you lose the set, you lose 4. In a way, you have an extra game to work with. So if now was ever, like, this might actually be the time to experiment with a counter pick you're not sure about. As complex as I was about it, the call-out F-Smash kind of, I feel like he was trying to expect a tech chase and it just sort of worked out anyways, but still a good call-out, no matter the intention. Here we go. Now Mikerowave gets the dash attack on Ensemble, who was not teching smartly, but here we go. Now returning to center, a semblance of neutral. Returning to projectiles, getting thrown out. Mikerowave looking for that opening. Ensemble finds the Nair into down throw into dash attack. Now has Mikerowave on ledge, but Arsene is out. If you wanted to double jump down gun, this would be the time to do it. Finds the back air. Ensemble now the one at ledge will not side B. That is a wise decision because Joker has that counter that could obliterate you just like that, as we've seen.
Yeah, and that was a very quick cleanup from Mikerowave that we needed to see a lot, and now we're just kind of seeing this patience coming out from Mikerowave, not knowing to like really not needing to challenge Ensemble yet right off of the bat there. And we're still seeing, again, the usage of Arson, the very last bit of it, which I do like to see because, most players, when they have just a little bit left of Arson, they're just kind of like, okay, well, there's no really much point to it. But Mikerowave is using the best of his ability to Arsene here, and especially just keeping forward and doing a great job so far right now, just keeping that pressure and percentage racking onto Ensemble here. And there's the down gunplay that you were talking about earlier, Ricer Mice.
Here we go. Finds the forward air, 77% on Mikerowave. This is relatively even in the sense where there is still a noticeable lead, but the tides can still shift within an instant. We can see Mikerowave pull this game all the way back from the depth, but Ensemble finds that dash attack, throwing out the back airs. I was a little scared by that air dodge, but Joker's tether recovery is good enough to bring that back. 70% now. Ensemble's the one on the ledge. Mikerowave trying to find an opening, maybe to take an early stock here. Gets the down air. Wow, the F smash definitely would have done it.
Oh my!
Throwing out these smash attacks. Holy goodness.
Yeah, literally any of those two smash attacks would have landed and taken that game there. However, it's going to be Mikerowave switching it around in that favor with the Arsene buff there and the up smash, closing out game 2 for Mikerowave.
Yeah, now we see Mikerowave take a game in the set. I wonder Ensemble, who has just been unpredictable in this set, entirely unpredictable. I wonder where that character cursor is going to go next. Because truthfully, we could see King DDD up on the screen next game. I truly have given up trying to predict it.
At this point, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Ensemble was just picking random.
Right, literally. We just can't see it.
That's what it feels like. I just don't understand what the game plan is. It kind of just entices me, though. It kind of keeps you roped into the game here.
Yeah.
So we're going to be sticking through, though, with the Wolf and the Tried and True. I do wonder, though, still, like, the thought process between Ensemble switching off of Min-Min. I still don't understand. I don't know if he just wasn't feeling the Min-Min.
Maybe not.
Maybe just, like...
He started off very dominantly, and then Mikerowave started to come back. So if you're feeling like, oh, he's catching on to my gimmick, if that's what that was, that character pick, then I can definitely see some validity in doing that. But still, now that you've lost a game with the Wolf, why not try it out again? You know what I'm saying? Again, though, we're seeing relatively even percents. Ensemble to getting the early lead as always, but Arsene is now out. No down smash on the ledge. Efto might have done it, though. You see Ensemble tech chase.
Yeah.
Misses, though, against the dash attack, sending Mikerowave off stage, looking for a kill here. Just a back air would probably do it at this percent on the ledge, but you really have to either find it raw or you hit something into it, and I think the percents are a little bit out for Fair Bear right now, but the down throw Bear is never out for Joker with Arsene. Finding the follow-up Bear off stage. PS2 is staged with such a small off-stage area, whereas if you get hit by 1 or 2 moves near ledge, you're probably toast at a lower percent compared to, say, a stage like Hollow Bastion, which has more offstage area.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of more like desperation come out of Ensemble, peek through just slightly. We're seeing the smash attacks come out a little more, and there it is again, but Mikerowave is catching on. As you said again earlier, it's just a lot of adaptation we're seeing between both of these two players here. So between the character switches and even the adjustments that Mikerowave is making, and just consistently avoiding the smash attacks is so well. There's just the patience that's really showing through right now from Mikerowave's side.
Here we go, 82%. This is a complete reversal of last game where we saw Ensemble, who had the lead for the majority of the game, but Mikerowave clawed his way back into it. Now it's Mikerowave who's in the driver's seat right now, finding the fair one, drag down, down smash. Not going to kill just yet, but the ledge trump back air will absolutely do it. Again, small sides, and now Ensemble is down 3 entire stocks to 1. Even if you lose this game and then go back to Min-Min and then win and bring us to a game 5, Mikerowave could go a different character at that point, could go back to Aegis. You are in a spot where now you have less wiggle room to work with, and this game is almost beyond redemption, I'd say. But finding the first stock there is the first step to bringing it back.
Yeah, unfortunately, Rebel's Guard, not the right choice there. Ensemble will find that punish off of it. And again, we still got Mikerowave to play around with another stock here, especially peeking out through. That's the Arsene that's going to come online. And there it is. No F-Smash for Ensemble there. And Mikerowave's looking to hopefully close out this stock sooner rather than later here, trying to look for one good meaty hit here. And that's all it will take. And Ensemble's looking for the same, honestly, looking for that back air, smash attack, something to secure this stock before Mikerowave gets started with this Arsene.
I honestly wonder wonder on the ledge there if that F smash was because he was expecting a tech chase situation, but Arsene coming out prevented that from happening and saved Mikerowave stock. Now, whether or not that actually worked would have depended on whether Mikerowave rolled in or not, but still, Arsene coming out prevented the possibility of losing a stock there at all. It's kind of one of those niche interactions where Arsene being summoned and going away does kind of mess up stuff for some characters sometimes, and that might be one of the prime examples we've just seen. Now with the percents are getting high, Ensemble, you've got to find this stock, close it out sooner or later here, because it's getting to the point where the lead is starting to become insurmountable.
Yeah, it's not looking too good right now for Ensemble. However, that rage is built up, so if he could secure this stock, it could still be doable, honestly. I mean, I've seen Wolf live to some deadly percentages, but again, it's just not looking good, and one back throw will do it for Mikerowave. So now up 2-1 against Ensemble, who first started our first game with the win, and now it's just a flip-flop.
Yeah, I see someone in the crowd screaming out Min Min. And it feels like I'm a little vindicated by that, just a tad.
Yeah.
Because the thought process is so. I just thought Ensemble played Lucina, and we haven't seen it once. I mean,
yeah.
I think Joker does well into Lucina for sure, and Aegis probably does really well into her too. But I mean, gosh, you've gone the whole set not playing debatably your best character.
I think he's going Min-Min because it seems like the crowd's cheering,
crowd
so
is
I'd have to imagine. Never mind, it's actually Lucina. We're getting the main now.
Proto Banham plus Wolf. That's what we've experienced today.
Yeah.
He's got a whole ensemble of characters. Isn't that crazy? Wow.
The jokes are writing themselves.
Say that again? Here we go. Launching into PS2 here. This is game 4. More of that shield dancing that we saw earlier. But now Ensemble is, theoretically at full power. So we should see some saucy stuff coming out here from this Lucina launching into this game 4. A lot of waiting, which I think is actually really good. There's a lot of patience. There's honestly, it feels like planking, on the platforms or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you're facing off against Arsene, that's kind of what you got to do. If you're going to run in versus Joker with Arsene, you're kind of going to get blown up. And like Lucina, a character who does not have a lot of zoning or spacing tools, what can she do? She can run away. And that's what we saw Ensemble doing. But now the percents are getting higher. Mikerowave looking to close this set out with a 3-1, no Aegis necessary.
Yeah, the Joker's honestly looking pretty clean right now and very solid. The Lucina coming out to play, though, I do worry a bit for Mikerowave now facing off of the true main of Ensemble here, as you mentioned earlier. So we'll see who's able to find this first stock, honestly, because Mikerowave sitting at 96, Ensemble sitting at 121. These percentages aren't too far off of one another, so it's really just going to be one meaningful hit from either or player here.
I honestly think both of these characters can find that meaningful hit out of their back airs specifically. Yeah. But on ledge especially, for Mikerowave's percentages right now, you're going to need to go off in an edge guard, which is something Lucina excels at naturally. But 141, I mean, back airs are going to start killing closer to center.
Yeah, most definitely. And then again, it's just that hit that Mikerowave needs. Or an up smash will also do it, a raw up smash.
Too. All right, well, Ensemble now down a stock. Mikerowave looking to extend this lead even further and build up an insurmountable deficit, but instead, Ensemble comes down with a aggressive back air for the reversal. Now Mikerowave's on the ledge. Ensemble's trying to see how they can impenetrate this wall of Arsene aerials right now. The down air, back air. Wow, Ensemble at 93% already. That's the power of the Home Depot. The Home Depot being Arsene Joker right now. 141 on the board, tries to come off for an edge guard. Would have been phenomenal for Mikerowave in this game if it had worked, but Ensemble able to make it back onto the stage, mashes out of the grab and up he's onto the ledge. But that back air not going to quite do it. Another one will, but the gun also not going to do it. Ensemble saving their jump very smartly, but the back air, no matter how you run, no matter how you scream, no matter how you hide, Joker back air is going to find you eventually. It's one of the 7 truths of life.
We're now back to a clean slate, though, as Mikerowave now has to play on his second stock here. So either way, still has a lot of wiggle room to play with here, kind of a little bit of patience as we see both players just kind of dashing back and forth, trying to figure out one another's options here. And we do see Ensemble come a bit alive here now, actually, racking up this percentage, which is exactly what he needs. But again, Arsene is online, and that's exactly the tearing part for Ensemble. It's exactly what just destroys him and rips him apart piece by piece because it's just so strong.
It feels like Ensemble is playing the thing that's getting Ensemble caught is that they're being just a little slow in moments where Joker's speed is really coming through. Moments like on ledge here, Ensemble can't really run in because Joker is just faster, and Mikerowave is able to react to an option that Ensemble can do. So they kind of just end up in a standstill on the ledge a little bit, but the tech chase down smash is going to bring us to a final stock. Only question is it too late for Ensemble to bring this game back? Is Mikerowave going to take it in a 3-1 fashion?
Yeah, we will find out very shortly here. Again, this is, I mean, he is down, but not completely out, so Ensemble can make do with this here. Again, we'll see if Mikerowave can close it out. That Arsene meter is building up, though, and we do see this ledge trapping situation once again, that Mikerowave is just a present threat at all times on that ledge, and especially with that Arsene, it's just so dirty.
Gets to the nair. This is the first step, but Arsene is knocking at the door. He's here. Down air there would have been gone crazy.
Yeah.
Gets the egg on. Now Ensemble's in the air. Juggle situation. Just get away from the ledge where you're going to get back aired and disintegrate. Literally stamina style. You won't even fly. You'll just vanish. But Mikerowave now with a little bit of shield pressure. Ensemble can't afford to shield too many big hits. Honestly, your best bet is to kind of wait out Arsene if you can, but the roll is going to get caught by Joker back air. You know, run from it, hide from it. Joker back air arrives all the same. And with that, Mikerowave will defeat Ensemble 3-1 and move in, with Ensemble being eliminated pre-top 48. A bit of an underperformance of Ensemble seeding for the Iowa native, but unfortunately, both of them were high seeds who got upset early. It's just how the cards fell here at Honeypot 7.
Yeah, it's tough too, because there's a lot of other top seeds that I saw like had fallen a little bit too short from like other players, a little more well-rounded, but like not exactly like up there, as we saw earlier with like Lucky and Zen as well, which is a very unfortunate you know, loss for Lucky there. But he's still gonna make it through losers. I hope so, but yeah,
too.
Zen, yeah,
Oh,
that
goodness.
Pikachu, nasty.
I saw the one game that Lucky won, and he was like, he was real excited to win that game. I'll phrase it that way. You probably saw it here on the side stream. I don't know who. I don't recognize either of those players, unfortunately. But we've got another set coming up here, so you do not have to wait. Bugachin versus Sinum. I don't know who. Let me check the brackets and see how.
Is it Sanam or Sinum?
Sanam probably sounds better, actually. Okay, let me. All right, both of these are in losers, obviously. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a CAPTCHA for Start GG? Fix your website, please.
That's insane.
I mean, I feel like I'm going crazy in the sense where like Start GG problems have been a problem for like as long as competitive Smash has been played. As long as we started counting years and have not lost track, Start GG has not worked. Okay.